Right, this video is going to be something completely off the topic of what I've been following lately with like current events. It's more to do with how long will Wenger stay at Arsenal, because normally at the end of every season he signs a rolling 1 year contract. This year he signed for two. Now I've got a few mates who are Arsenal fans and a few who are Tottenham fans and fans in general of most clubs, but if you look at what happened to Man United after Ferguson left, they got Moyes. They became fair at middling. Then they had Ryan Giggs for a little bit. Then they had Wenger Out, and they just stuttered. They were like England tonight, basically. They were uninspiring, slow, plodding, past it. There was no drive. Obviously, they got used to Ferguson for such a long period of time, and he brought stability and trophies and competition for trophies and European qualification, etc. But there comes a point where every manager's got to go, I think I've gone as far as I can with this club or this group of players, or as far as I'm willing to go for a while. I need to take a step back. Now, Wenger's been at Arsenal now for, I think, over 22 years. He obviously won the FA Cup. He's won the FA Cup 3 out of the last 4 FA Cups, which is great. Hasn't won the league since 2004, I believe. Hasn't won the league since for 13 years now. So, it's hard to say that he's been a bad manager, because they've never missed a European qualification spot. And it's the first year they're not in the Champions League since he's been there as well. So even if in a crap season they make it to Europe and they get silverware. Yes, Tottenham finished above them, but guess what? Tottenham won nothing last year. So anyway, so Arsenal and Wenger have been reasonably competitive. They haven't shone much in the league the last couple of years. They have struggled somewhat. They've got defence. There are some frailties there. There's less English player tonight. There were no English players from Arsenal in the starting lineup, or I think in the squad. There might have been Kieran Gibbs floating around, but he might be injured. But so no English players playing for Arsenal or in the England team tonight. Yeah, it's a far cry from Winterbottom, Adams, and Seaman, and Ray Parlour, and all those. They never replaced them. Simple. Too many foreigners, and most of Wenger's team should be French for some reason, or speak French as a first language. So that I'm not going to go into his signing policy or going with more technical players. There's no real blood and guts. I'm going to go in and give you a hefty challenge player, which I think every team needs a couple of them. But there was obviously a big protest thing with Wenger out. Wenger out. He's got to go. He's got to go. But you look at every other club, and stability and their league position and how they do. Chelsea were lucky when Leicester won the Premier League that they didn't actually get relegated. I'm not joking. They got to mid-table. They obviously were safe, but they were absolutely Mourinho's last season. They're absolutely dog bollock appalling. I'm not gonna lie, they were shocking. Unbelievable. And in the modern day, the fact that they can survive so long, when you normally give it about 6 months to get 6 months to a year, maybe a season and a half, is the average time for a manager now. Maybe 2 seasons, 3 at a push. Yeah, I'm surprised Pep Guardiola stayed at City as long as he has. I honestly think that he's overrated as a manager. Personally, I think he's gone from 2 less competitive leagues into a more competitive league, and I don't think it suits him. The English game does not suit how he wants Man City to play, because he's getting rid of his core players because they don't play that way. He's taken on a role where instead of having players who play a similar way to how he already wants to play, the league he has gone in is far too combative, and they won't tolerate the diving and the histrionics. And to be honest, I was glad there was no diving tonight. I really was, in the England game. That was a pretty solid stay on your feet. There was none of this throwing yourself to the floor. There were a few moments I thought, oh God, he's going to... But no. Another issue I do have is that Wenger's been there a long time, and he's been very stable as well. And that's one thing he's been credited for. But I do think his tactics are getting outdated. His squad needs really a new voice. He needs a new voice. I'll be sad to see him go, but I can't see him staying beyond the end of this season, even though he signed a contract extension for 2 years. I really can't, because unless Arsenal lift the league trophy or do really well in the Europa League and win that, really well, I don't think another FA Cup or League Cup's going to do it. I really don't. I really think they have to actually win the league or win the Europa League. I really do. I cannot see them with their league form, how it's been the last couple of years, getting progressive. They always have that patch where they completely lose the plot, and they haven't really got depth. I don't think they've got a winning core. They really seriously need to look and go, right, is Wenger the right guy to lead us forwards? Do we need a new fresh voice and some new fresh players and a new direction? Because they try and pass it into the net. And it's beautiful to watch. When they are playing well, it is beautiful, but they cannot defend to save their lives. There's no fight in the team when they go a couple goals down. They look a little bit panicky and not sure of themselves. And this season they have started reasonably well. I'm not going to deny that. But I cannot see Wenger surviving into the end of next season. I really can't. I can see him going, right, I'm going to retire now. Someone's going to come and replace me, blah, 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 or he's going to get fired. Because the fans have got to a point now where they are getting ripped off at the turnstiles. The ticket price there is extortionate. My granddad has been to the Emirates to watch Burnley, Arsenal league game. And the seats they were at, yes, my granddad's friend is an Arsenal season ticket holder. That is fair enough. I'm not disputing any Arsenal fans here. You're more than welcome to support your club. But when he asked how much he was paying a season, £2,000 a season, are you kidding me? That is extortionate. That is like 2 months' wages for me. On an average job that I do, warehouse work, at the bottom, that is about 2 months' wages for me. For a season ticket. And just sat right at the back. You're not lighting decent. They have a band of season tickets, and they're nice seats. They are like aircraft seats. They're like business class aircraft seats. I get that, fine, and it's a nice modern stadium. But they've been there for 10 years. They've won 3 trophies in that time while there, and they're just a money making machine. Because apart from the fact that they're financially had to pay off the stadium, and that's fair enough, and they've had to be a bit scrupulous in the transfer market. It's fair enough. Alexis Sanchez wants out. Clearly, he wants out. Giroud, if he gets injured, there's no one else to go from. Walcott is not the player he could have been. I don't think Arsenal is the right club for him. I think he should have gone somewhere else or stayed at Southampton. Because personally, I don't think I see Walcott getting any better. Also, Chamberlain's left and his form has gone. His confidence has gone. I don't. Again, Arsenal probably wasn't suited for him. Goalkeeping wise, Petr Cech, is he past his best? If he gets injured, he goes in goal. They haven't really made any decent signings. Lacazette, maybe. Stop signing French players, Wenger. For the love of God, start bringing through a lot of English youth. Your handling of Jack Wilshere has been hit and miss, because you sent him out to Bournemouth and he did really well at Bournemouth. And Eddie Howe should have kept him there and signed him, even if it was on a free. I don't care. They can make that loss on Wilshere because he came from their youth system. If Wilshere goes for a free, Arsenal have not really lost any money because he came through their youth system. It would be a shame, but I think he should have stayed at Bournemouth. I really don't think Wenger, for some reason, cannot keep him disciplined enough and keep him fit enough. And Arsenal players get injured a lot, especially with ankle and knee injuries. There's something to do with their training, I don't know. But they seem to have more injuries with knees and ankles and hips and leg injuries than most other clubs. I just can't see him staying there. I can understand the Arsenal fans who want to keep him there, and I can understand the Wenger Out campaign. And to be honest, I'm going with the Wenger Out. I think he's got to go. He's done really well for the English game for a manager. He's stuck it out when other managers have gone. The only other manager who can say longevity, Eddie Howe. He is stuck at Bournemouth since he was a player. He took a little spell out when he managed someone else, but he's had 2 spells as manager there. He was an ex-captain there. Eddie Howe, I think, is another shining light for the future. He's a future Wenger. I think he could stay at Bournemouth for a long time. If Bournemouth pick up their performances a little bit, he could be the new Wenger by staying 10, 20 years at the club. I think it's Tisdale at Exeter. He's been there a long time. and fans wanted him out, and now they're top of their division, and they're pushing for promotion into League One. So, yes, fans can get pissy at managers when the form dips, but if Wenger goes on and this side do win the Europa League, for example, a European trophy, which they desperately want in their collection because that's one of the few things they haven't got is a Champions League and Europa League trophies, two of the trophies they're hunting for. If he wins that, which with their performance against Cologne is possible, if he wins that, I think he might stay on another year. If he doesn't, because he gets automatic Champions League qualification, which is what the Arsenal fans seem to care about, is, oh, we must get in Europe. It's like, well, if you suck in Europe, there's no point in qualifying for it. I mean, Leicester gave it a good go in their first season back in European football, for God knows how long. They gave it a good go, and they did better than many people thought, and they gave Atletico a good home and away leg, and really pushed them. So, English clubs in Europe, there is still a bit of fight, but unfortunately, looking at our performance as an England national side, there's not enough of the young players who won that Youth World Cup playing regularly for their teams. And until that changes, there's going to be this merry-go-round of money getting thrown in, ticket prices going high, and people like Wenger, long-serving, decent managers who try and bring you through, there won't be any more of them anymore like him. But there you go. I think he should go. I think he's reached the end of his career. I think this will be his last management job. It's like Harry Redknapp helping out Yeovil. I mean, the guy, crook. That's another video entirely, and I will do one on that. But for this, thanks for listening. Subscribe, like below. I've got some new subscribers today, so hopefully they like this. Comment the links, subscribe, like, and share, and please view. And I will have another video for you soon.